Hey, it's your host Zen. Join me on this upcoming episode of Zen Talks, Season 2, Episode 16, Practicing Self-Compassion After a Breakup. We've explored healing and growth in our recent episodes, and today we'll unpack why treating yourself with kindness is not just beneficial, but necessary. Inspired by the soothing notes of Betty Wright's After the Pain, we'll explore how to be as compassionate to ourselves as we would be to a best friend in distress. Grab your favorite drink and relax as we practice self-help and learn the importance of treating ourselves with self-compassion. Tune in live tonight. Subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. And don't forget to follow me, Zinja Bloomfield, on Instagram and Facebook for updates and more. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Zen Talks, where we trade the day's hustle for a brief moment of reflection. Slow down, take a deep breath, and explore the depths of personal growth and well-being. I'm your host Zen, and tonight we're sipping and unpacking a big one: self-compassion after a breakup. My choice of drink tonight is a hot, soothing cup of peppermint tea. But hey, if you need something stronger, remember, I won't judge. Please note that Season 2 of Zen Talks will end with this coming Friday night's episode. But hey, don't worry, Season 3 will be kicking off on August the 19th. Until then, we've got a week of reflected moments you will enjoy. In a recent episode, episode 14, we talked about healing from past relationships, and I gave you some things to consider during your healing process. They were understanding the pain, practicing self-compassion, reflecting on what you learned, rebuilding your life, and seeking support. In our last episode, episode 15, we talked about getting over the hurt of a breakup, inspired by the late great Betty Wright song, After the Pain, and learned why it's important to face this hurt, to feel better, grow, and get ready for better relationships in the future. Tonight, let's continue that talk with the importance of practicing self-compassion. Consider this scenario. The phone rings, and on the other end is your best friend, telling you they have just gone through a breakup. What do you say? Do you tell them they deserve it? No way. You'd be all about giving them your love and support. You would most likely start by saying, "I'm so sorry to hear that. How are you feeling about everything?" Just to let them know you care about their feelings and are there to listen. Offering a listening ear and acknowledging their pain can be comforting during such a tough time. It's all about helping them feel supported and understood, not judged. You might even start bashing the other person and telling them how undeserving the person was of them in an attempt to make them feel better. You certainly wouldn't start bashing them personally or encourage them to beat themselves up about it. After all, breakups can leave you with a mix of loneliness, sadness, and sometimes a harsh self-critic that doesn't want to quit. So why not treat yourself with the same kindness? This is where practicing self-compassion comes in. What do I mean when I say practice self-compassion? Practicing self-compassion means allowing yourself time to grieve, recognizing that suffering is a part of life, and understanding that you don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love and happiness. This approach can be a big difference in how you recover from a breakup and move forward. Practicing self-compassion after a breakup is important for several reasons. Self-compassion can soothe emotional pain. By treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend in distress, it allows you to acknowledge and validate your feelings without harsh judgment, which can soothe the pain of a breakup. It speeds up healing. Being kind to yourself helps you heal faster. Instead of getting stuck in self-criticism or regret, self-compassion encourages a nurturing attitude that can promote recovery from emotional hurt. It reduces negative self-talk. After a breakup, it's common to blame yourself and get trapped in negative thoughts. Self-compassion helps shift your mindset from criticism to understanding, which can prevent these harmful patterns. Better mental health. Showing yourself kindness can help lower feelings of worry and sadness. Being gentle with yourself means you're less hard on yourself, which can keep those feelings at bay. Self-compassion can also create a stronger emotional shield. When you treat yourself with compassion, you can deal better with tough times and bounce back faster. It's like having an extra layer of protection against life challenges. Increased happiness. Self-compassion leads to greater happiness and satisfaction in life. It encourages an attitude of kindness and acceptance, which contributes to overall contentment. Better relationships. Being compassionate towards yourself also tends to increase your empathy and compassion towards others, leading to healthier and more supportive relationships. Healthier lifestyle choices. People who are compassionate toward themselves are more likely to care for their health. They may be more motivated to eat well, exercise, and engage in preventive health care. Reduced fear of failure. With self-compassion, you are less likely to fear failure because you know that failure is a part of the human experience and doesn't define your worth. This can lead to greater courage in trying new things and pursuing personal goals. A strengthened self-worth. Self-compassion fosters a stable sense of self-worth because it's not dependent on external successes or failures. You learn to value yourself regardless of your circumstances. By cultivating self-compassion, you not only improve your life, but also enrich the lives of those around you through more empathetic interactions and a more positive outlook. Well, that's all for tonight's episode of Zen Talks. Thank you for joining me as we learn to practice self-compassion. Remember, self-compassion isn't selfish, it's necessary. Breaking up is hard, but being hard on yourself, that's optional. Instead, choose kindness. You wouldn't keep kicking your best friend when they're down, so let's vow not to do it to ourselves. As we approach the season finale this coming Friday night, I encourage you to take these next few days to reflect and enjoy the journey of healing. Every step forward is a step towards personal growth and strength. I'll be back tomorrow night where we'll talk about reflecting on what you learned from the relationship. Until then, keep sipping your favorite drink, stay kind to yourself, and keep finding peace in every moment. If you found this episode helpful, please share it, and don't forget to subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. After all, it's your support that helps us grow and reach more listeners. You can also catch me, Zenja Bloomfield, on Instagram and Facebook. Good night, and see you next time on Zen Talks.